Hello, good afternoon, everyone. This is Jade, the Violet Sage, also known as Joyce McGeehan, and you can find me on YouTube and on Facebook, The Violet Sage, or Traveling Ministry and Mystics for the Open-Minded. I do lives and readings and informational every week. So we are here today. It is May 7th, 2020, and I should have done this yesterday. I misread my calendar as the full moon did appear. It was like at 6:49 this morning or something to that effect. But it is still in effect, and it always affects 3 days before, 3 days after. And I am here to help to guide many people who really don't know how to do rituals, and they would like to make a ritual out of manifesting. And hi, Night Reader. So today we are going to give you some hints and tips for what to do and to tell you what it is a Scorpio moon this time around. And this is the moon that appears between April 21st and May 21st. That is the Scorpio moon. And right now it is a purging. It's a purging of old ways. Usually full moons are for manifesting, bringing in what you would like to bring in. But sometimes it's called for to do a little bit of a purging. So right now, well, first, I want to apologize if my dogs start barking. I really should have done this earlier this morning or last night. But I see I have my neighbor that's coming in and out, and I do have 2 dogs. So I'm going to apologize in advance. I really need to figure out a better way to do this. But anyway, we are going to focus on, as a waxing moon is a moon that is filling up. So soon as the waxing moon starts to fill, this is when you can light a white candle. I suggest lighting a white tea light candle, because when you manifest, it's important that you let the candle burn all the way out. So you don't want to light this huge, humongous candle, because if you go ahead and you blow it out or anything, there goes your manifestation. So the whole key is that you want to let them continue to burn all the way out. So therefore, it is taking your message with it. You're not blowing it out. You're not canceling it, this sort of thing. So when you're manifesting, you want to either use a white candle, like if you're manifesting anytime, doesn't have to be for a particular full moon, or you can, wait a minute. Sorry, my mind went to another thought there. So you will light a tea light candle. This way it can burn all the way out. Now we're going to show you how you can anoint your candles as well. But also I want to tell you, so you are manifesting things you want to bring into your life while the moon is filling up until the full moon. And then the day after the full moon, the moon will now be emptying out, which is a waning moon. And at that time, you want to focus on the things that you would like to get rid of. And when you do that, it's usually good to light a black candle. So it's good to collect these around Halloween, because that's about the time that you could find black tea lights. So keep that in mind, stock up, because they're hard to come by. So we are going to focus on the full moon now. So this Scorpio full moon calls for a deep red candle. But if you do not have a red candle, you can take like a red candle holder of any kind, or like maybe you have a little bit left of your little Glade candles, you can do that. Or just a white candle is usually an overall good for everything sort of candle. So what they call this candle magic also, but I did not put that in the header, so we are going to cover all of this. So I am reading from my little book of magic. It's called The Little Book of Moon Magic. And I'm going to let you see the page. So if you have to freeze this later on so you can read it, you can do that. So here, it's the moon in Scorpio. It tells you what it is for. We're going to go over that too. This moon is the full moon that occurs between April 21st and May 21st and will be in Scorpio. Use this moon for intense emotional matters such as purging guilt, lust, or obsession, keeping things secret, solving mysteries, and going to the root of things. Also good for concentration and exam revision, seeing deep within. So like getting to the root of the problems and seeing deep within even yourself or other people when you really need to see what's going on. Dealing with sexual matters and healing the sexual organs. Scorpios are all about the base chakra, sex drives, things of this sort. So this is right up there with that. But you can use any full moon for anything that you would like to manifest. So it doesn't have to be by the book, so to say. So this is what the requirements are that they want you preferably to use for this particular full moon is light a deep red candle and burn incense or oil of myrrh or ginger and say, Scorpio moon rising in the deep, Scorpio moon is rising from the deep. Help me all my powers to keep. Now you finish this off with the words appropriate to your special purpose and complete it by repeating the rhyme 3 times. So what you're doing is you're going to focus on the issues with these things. And you could say, okay, Scorpio moon rising from the deep, help me all my powers to keep. I pray that you would help my sex drive if you're having issues in that. Help me to give up obsessions or things that may be holding me back from my higher good. I'm purging any guilt that's been holding me back from achieving my higher good. So, see, this is also a purging moon. Normally, the purging part doesn't take place until you are doing the waning, where the emptying out. But this particular moon is good for all of the above. Hi, Dwayne. Hi, Vicky. I'm not sure if I've said that right. Thank you for joining us here today. So we are going to show you how you can do some of this now. Now, we are going to anoint our candle. Turns out I don't have any myrrh. So I do have a frankincense and myrrh incense. And by the way, if anybody wants to know like true to scent incense, hem incense are like true to scent, true to smell. Because you know you could smell them on the stick when you go into the stores, but when you burn them, they just smell like burnt grass or something. They don't really smell like the oil smells on the stick. This will smell like it's supposed to. So right now, to anoint your candle, I'm using frankincense. So being that frankincense and myrrh usually go hand in hand all the time. This thing is not focusing, sorry. I am going to use frankincense. You don't have to use anything at all, but a lot of people really feel like they're putting more of their energy into it if they're creating a ritual. So what you do is you can either put a couple of drops on your candle, just making sure it's coming out there, put another one, and you can even smooth it around, make sure it covers your whole candle. And you have now anointed your candle. You could do it with saying particular words and prayers too, depending on who or what you pray to, deities you may call Mother Earth. You know, I do Mother, Father, God. It is totally up to you. And then I am going to, since I don't have a red candle, you know, sometimes you have these people like Party Light and stuff like that that actually make red candles, or you can buy the red tea lights in the store, or whatever color. I would stock up in all different colors, but I'm running low on all my different colors. So I'm going to drop that in my little candle holder. See, I'm using red candle holder, but again, not absolutely necessary, but it's nice to use, especially if it is calling for it. So I normally, when you light the candle, you will be, I state, dear Lord of love and light, Mother, Father, God, bless us here today. I call upon the Scorpio moon to come in and help me this day, to help me with my manifestations during the full moon. I'll do little rhymes like help me this day while the full moon's at play or something to that effect. It just feels like it works better when you do a little rhyme. And then when you light your candle, that's when you want to follow it with the words, Scorpio moon rising from the deep, help me all my powers to keep. And then you go with whatever it is that you're calling in. And then at the end, you'll repeat that rhyme 3 more times. Scorpio moon rising from the deep, help me all my powers to keep. Scorpio moon rising from the deep, help me all my powers to keep. Scorpio moon rising from the deep, help me all my powers to keep. I do this if you can see the moon and it's not a cloudy night. I go outside and I do this on my back porch. Sometimes the wind or whatever will not allow for that. So now you can also use incense. And I'm going to show some people how to use certain incense as well. Again, I do not have any myrrh, but I do have some frankincense. This is not an incense, of course, but this is the resin incense. And that comes in many different kinds, and you only need really a piece. So we're going to start our briquette going. For people who like to use resins, you can use briquettes for oils, resins, herbs. You can literally drop anything on them. A lot of people don't know how to use them, so I'm going to show you. They usually come in a whole package like this. These are the little Swift Light charcoals. Okay. And when not in use, because you're only going to use one out of the package, you need to keep them in a plastic bag or maybe a Tupperware container or something like that. Try to keep them dry as possible, or they're really hard to light. All right, so this is my little charcoal briquette. You can really light it on either side, but you really got to get it going. It really sparks. Now, these have been opened, and I probably wasn't keeping them where I should. So you're going to see how you have to keep lighting it a little bit. Sometimes I take tweezers so I can burn it all the way around. Sometimes it will spark when you're lighting it. Doesn't look like it's lighting, but it will be, and it's going to get really, really hot. And I think I feel like getting hot now. Ooh. You can actually see that it's starting to burn there. And you want to put this in something that's not going to break if it gets hot. So what I have here is I got my purple sand. You can see that. And it's in a coffee mug, so it's allowed to get hot without breaking. But ceramic, metal, sometimes you have to use one of those pot holders or something underneath it just to make sure it doesn't burn through another surface. I put sand in here. I don't want to really put it in my shell unless I put sand on the bottom of that, because even the sand will heat up and can crack things. So this is for a lot of our beginners here. Many people don't know this. Hi, Tara. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my mom says, if you're going to be online, you better start painting your nails. So I did. Oh, you've never done a moon ritual before. They're really cool. I love the full moon. I'm a Cancer. I'm a moon child. So, hot, hot, hot. Yep, Dwayne is hot. Okay. So, while that is heating up to the point that we could put resins on it, I'm going to put that on the side for a moment. And I happen to have the frankincense and myrrh incense. So when I'm doing a ritual, I'm going to light that. Now, some people have incense that they have not kept in a dry place. So what you can do is you can do this and put it upside down, and it will help to dry all the moisture out of your incense without burning it all up, as long as you don't keep it burning like that too long. That will help to dry it up. And you can also stick that in a thing of sand if you do not have a holder. But I do have incense holders, but I'm trying to give people ideas of what they can do when they don't have the proper utensils. All right. And It's always good to clear your space before you do it too. So this is a smudge stick. Sage works great. Cedar, sage, they're both really great cleansing devices that you can use to clear your space. You always clear yourself first. You light the smudge stick. I'm just going to do it for those who do not know. And I'm only going to light one end of it because there's not enough room in my cup right now to put it out. See how it starts to light? I blow on it a little bit until it smokes. So you're going to clear yourself, do over your head and all the way down your body, the front and the back. Make sure you get under your hair, and if you wear glasses, make sure you take your glasses off and get your eyes as well, because it is the seat of the soul is your eyes. So you want to clear yourself first, then you want to do your home. You go in clockwise orders, and when you come to windows, mirrors, basically anything glass, televisions, things of that sort, I do the sign of the cross. I always call upon Archangel Michael to come in and assist with the cleansing process. Like I said, other people use their own words or deities or whatever it is that they like to call upon. Then I would normally rest it in my little sage bowl, or you can get a feather to help blow it around the whole house. Make sure you have something over it because you will shed sage. So I'm going to show you what I do as a cool little thing. Put that here. I save my incense sticks. When your incense burns out, you always got that little stick left. Well, because you can do this and to light your charcoal as well. So I put my little sticks down. I create a little shelf, and I put sticks the other way too. This way, you can rest your sage or whatever you're burning on top of it, and it can get air up underneath it, which will help it to light better, especially if you're putting resins on top of that as well. So I light my sage, then I go ahead and light that. This is Palo Santo, but so I save all my sticks. See, there's uses for everything, right? All right, so that's just an idea of what you can do if you want to light your briquette that way, because you can light it on top of your burning sage, and that will help to get your charcoals and your frankincense or whatever resins you might be using. You can take drops of oil and put it on there as well, and I'll show you how that works. I might choke myself out, and hopefully I don't set off my smoke detector, my smoke alarm. Okay, so we are going to go back to our little briquette here, and we're going to take out one little piece of resin. That's all you're going to need, and we're going to drop that in there. I'm blowing on it a little bit. You can really start, I'm smelling it burning already. And that is going to really smoke really good. And once it really catches on fire, it's going to go everywhere. So again, you can use a feather or your hand to make sure you go around the walls, all places of your house, even in the closets or whatever, or you just want it to burn while you're doing your ritual. It's totally up to you. I'm going to put some on myself and use it like I would the sage. That's good. I haven't done that in a while. Okay. So while we have that burning, we are now ready to do our little ritual. And so again, if everyone even wants to do this, you even want to focus on what you're doing while we're doing the ritual together, you can do that as well. So I'm going to go over what this is for again. Thank you, Dwayne. Intense emotional matters such as purging guilt. Now, if you are guilty about things, this is a part of our life's lesson, something you were supposed to learn. How do you deal with the guilt? You're going to have to learn to let that go, because if you don't, then you hold on to it forever and then you get nowhere. And here we got my neighbors coming in again. And then we have purging guilt, lust. Now, lust isn't good. Now, love is good. Lust just means that you have this crazy desire, but maybe no real true meaning or purpose other than just getting the job done. Well, if you want your life to have more purpose and more meaning, then you don't want it to be for those reasons. So a sexual desire for someone, when it comes along with compassion and other things that you feel for that person, is good. Not just lust, it's just one thing only, one thing on your mind. So, okay. So, or obsessions. Now, if you're obsessed with something or someone, again, you're creating a block where you're not allowing anything else to come into your life except for that one thing that you are just so gung ho and focused on. And then you also set yourself up for a big letdown. So, you really want to try to purge these things. You don't want to be obsessed with it. You're just like, I'll take it or leave it. I'm putting it out there to the universe. And this is what I would really love to see come into my life. And try to stay away from the words want when you're manifesting. I want this, I want that. Like, I desire, I see coming in my view now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. However it is that you're stating it so that it's already coming into being is greatly helpful. Okay. And then solving mysteries and getting to the root of the problem, the root of things. So that's how you can really approach things, is by getting to the heart of the matter. How did this even start? Like, okay, maybe you're having issues with your job or a particular person. Maybe there's something you can remove from the situation that will really help to clear things up. Maybe just take somebody moving forward first. I mean, it could be a matter of many different things. Concentration and exam revision. So maybe you are going for some exams this time of year, school and things of this sort, or maybe you're studying for a job, or maybe you are examining the root problem and the cause of issues in your life, or needing to move forward, and what all are the things that you need to get your ducks in a row to get it done. So these are those sort of things. Seeing deep within. Again, going deep into the situation. A lot of times people have to do that inward journey into the dark side of themselves, things that they don't like, that rear their ugly little head once in a while or make them react the wrong way. But this is your chance to say, hey, you know what? I'm releasing that. I'm getting rid of this so I can be a better person. Dealing with sexual matters and healing the sexual organs. Maybe you can't have children. Maybe there's some sexual blocks. Male hormone situations, female hormones. Maybe there's been a lot of old painful hurts in your life that are stopping you from having a successfully sexual life. So these are things that you want to work on and that you can purge too. So, okay. Now, I'm probably going to have to do mine later because, of course, I don't need everybody hearing my personal things. But so we can do that. And then you say, Scorpio moon arising from the deep, help me all my powers to keep. So say it now, Scorpio moon rising from the deep, help me all my power to keep. So you're helping to keep your own personal power, because every one of you are gods and goddesses of your own making, and you have the power. We just get lost along the way, or we blame outside influences. Granted, they play a role in what it is that we put forth, but it is ultimately us that have made the plan before we came here, or whatever it is that we are dealing with now. Okay, so there is a nice little purging prayer that I posted on my Facebook page. And I don't know if you'll be able to write this down. I'm going to see if I can pull it up here on my phone. I might be able to show it to you that way, because I wrote an email to myself. So I can try to do this somehow and show this to all of you at the same time. Okay. So this is a full moon cleansing prayer. I'm going to see if you can see this. Full moon cleansing. You'll be able to freeze the screen later because I'm going to move this. Okay. I release that which is not mine. I release all obstacles to my path. I release limiting beliefs. I release fears and doubts. I release those relationships that no longer serve my higher good. I release attachment to outcome. I release internalized desire. I release pain and suffering as a means to growth. I release all that which is no longer in alignment with my highest self for the greatest good. I release any ancestral and past life blocks that may have been put in place in my current life, and they are now dissolved for my higher good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. I got some of this from online, and I added the last part because I found out there's a lot of stuff from our past lives that we bring with us in this life that is a barrier or block, or in the day and age when curses were big, that people could have placed it upon you or your family, and you just keep carrying with you. You don't know that it's as simple as banishing it. Like, you need to get rid of it. So if things have been blocking you aimlessly, not knowing why, it's good to say these things. And again, you finish it with the words of Scorpio Moon rising from the deep. Help me all my power to keep. And you say it 3 times. And since we just stated this, I'm going to go ahead and say it 3 times. That was 1. Scorpio Moon rising from the deep. Help me all my power to keep. Scorpio Moon rising from the deep. Help me all my power to keep. And then we are going to thank the spirits, and I'm going to go outside and probably do this again tonight when the moon is full. I just wanted to get it out there before people see the full moon, so they have a little arsenal to go out there with tonight. And now I am going to go ahead and do a little reading for the full moon. This is going to be for everyone. I ask for everyone involved that watches and hear that they will get some benefit out of this. Hello, Dead Mirror. That's an interesting name. So you didn't mean to chase everyone away? This is why, I know. Well, it's on Facebook and YouTube, so there are some people on here from YouTube, so don't be discouraged. And it's all right, because it's good for people to watch later. And maybe they think I'm going over things too many times, but there are many people who don't know how to do manifesting at all and really, really, really would like to get into the ritual, especially now that people have more time to do so. So this is really good. Okay, where is I am going to be using my personal deck. This is a deck that I have created. So I'm going to pull a couple of cards from this deck and then a couple cards from another deck. All right. Dear Lord, love and light, Mother, Father, God, bless these cards. Clear these cards of all previous people's energies and vibrations. And now I ask that you place the energies and vibrations onto these cards of all the onlookers today. What is it that they need to know? Help me to pull the proper 3 cards, especially for this week here during this full moon of Scorpio. What is it that people need to know? All right, I got 3 cards for you, and they look really good. So this is things to help you focus on. Now, we have the Justice card, which is interesting. I'm going to bring it a little closer. I do make these cards. Unfortunately, the place that I had them made did not have the ability for me to make everything larger because there was no book that came with them, so I had to get everything onto the cards. So they do, if anybody would like to order a set, it does come with a magnifier, a card reader, so it will enhance everything for you. I'm not sure which one is to put it. But I'm going to read this card first, so I need to take it to my face here. Justice is a card when we are up against some serious circumstances or for something that we have done. And there are other times that we are about to be judged, and sometimes unfairly. This card signals a time when we are undergoing a legal matter or feeling locked into a set of circumstances. This card can sometimes be used right side up or reversed for an outcome. This is a time to do all you can to make sure you have done your research and best to rectify or represent yourself and know the outcome will happen exactly how it should. Lessons and experiences are part of this journey. Just know that this too shall pass, and everything happens for a reason. So that is the Justice card. So you're going to see some people that maybe have needed their just due, or they picked a really wrong path in life, or maybe have wronged someone or something, and you will find that you're going to see justice happening faster and faster these days. And it may be that you too have something that you need to do or be rectified for. Remember that purging the guilt thing that we were talking about before with this moon? So maybe it's just time to come clean. It's time to take the consequences and get it over with, because you don't want to save that karma debt for later. Just get it done. And you might be on the receiving end of finally seeing someone get their just deserves or whatever it is that they've done. So hang in there. Everything is rectifying itself now. The time for upheaval is almost over. So keep that in mind. That's really awesome. Okay, then we got the wish card, which is a really, really good card. So the wishes, now if there's things that you've been praying for, hoping for, manifesting about, this seems to be, it's about to manifest itself. And I really strongly believe it's going to be happening between now and June. And that's for a lot of people. And okay, I'm just seeing if I can read this card on the screen. The sky's the limit if you pull this card. What you wish for is coming to you. This is the best card of the deck. Focus on what you want daily. Practice being the change you want to see in the world. Bless everyone who crosses your path, even the animals. Connect with spirit daily and care for yourself, and your wish will be granted with love. Always do your part by being the best you can be, and stand in your integrity, and the fates shall smile upon you. So this is an awesome card. So maybe it's not everything that you've hoped for that's coming to be, but many things are finally coming to fruition. Your time for waiting is almost over. How fantastic is that? You just create your deck. How cool. Yeah. You're doing Scorpio now. What I'm doing, I am doing a reading for this full moon. I asked Spirit to show me what everyone needs to know that it will be seeing this broadcast. So this is for all those people who are onlooking. And I do horoscopes as well, but I usually do that at the beginning of every month. So if you look back on my live psychic readings and look under zodiac horoscopes, you should find mine there, and then you will get yours specifically for Scorpio. And there's times I also do little card pulls for everyone and mini readings. But this was more of a tutorial because of our full moon, and I figured I'll throw a little reading in there for everyone. And we actually got 2 more cards to go. I was going to pick 3, but while I was looking the other way, another card literally jumped out of the deck. So we're going to do a couple of them here. All right, and this one is Summer, and I'm going to apologize. My dogs start barking, and no one's very careful about going in and out of the doors around here. All right, and season and timing. Now, my deck is made with 53 cards, and there's 6 or 7 blanks to it. This way you can make some of your own. And there's the wish card. 4 seasons, 4 directions, 4 elements, and a yes and no card. It's literally like getting a reading from me when you get this deck. Everybody who's purchased one recently is just saying how awesome they really, really love this deck. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read this card to you. Summer is for fun, exercise, focusing on health and fitness, deep cleaning of your body and home. Everything is in motion, getting things accomplished, charging up your batteries. In other words, people have been in darkness for so long, maybe in the house, but at least we're allowed to go outside, and the sun, it's finally getting nice out there. Okay. Also a time for having the energy and resources to shed what no longer serves you. How accurate is that? Well, we were just saying that's exactly what this moon is for. Okay, what no longer serves you, and obtaining what you do want or wish for. You may have to do some research to locate what you need or want, but know it is there. Summer is a time of work, but a working towards what you want, as the sun keeps you activated and energized. This may also be the time frame in which you are asking about. So if you had a question about when should I move forward, when should I move out, when should I could look forward to my new love life, when should I take on, did I say that new job or something? This could be the answer that you were looking for, is the timing would be summer. But at the same time, this is the time to purge, shed old ways, get outside, get reorganized, get re-energized. I'm going to bring this up to the camera so you can read this later. You could pause it. You could pause it. And I can't stay totally still here. All right. One more card here is vibration therapy. I've taken all the pictures myself for these cards, so these are really cool. I literally have created this whole deck, front and back. All right. So this is a guidance and wisdom card. A time has come where you can benefit greatly from some therapy, whether it is counseling session or through a ritual of vibration or both. You are in need of some clearing and realignment of energies. You may be finding it hard to find balance right now or focus. This is your body telling you what it needs and that it needs your help, and it is in need of a tune-up and clearing. It needs to be fed. Find a counselor or practitioner now, or if you are one, know this is what you need right now. It's time for a tune-up. So everyone needs a tune-up right now. I'm going to get this camera to focus again. There we go. So hold that there for a second. So if anybody wants to look back on this, hopefully you'll be able to read it. And it's time for a tune-up. I'm moving the card a little because the sun's shining on it. All right. So some vibrational therapy or getting out in nature. If you have tinctures or wind chimes, maybe you just need to sit outside and just listen to them. I mean, vibrational therapy is some of the best therapy ever. I do tuning fork therapy for people as well. I mean, it is really fabulous. Maybe it's just listening to some good peaceful ocean music or singing bowls, whatever you might have. Your body is crying that it needs a tune-up, and it's probably from all of us being locked away for so long. I'm going to pull 2 more cards from another deck, but that was my deck. Hopefully that has been of some help for you. Seems to be accurate right on. My cards are really never wrong. For anybody who is interested in the future, I'm a psychic medium, so I do psychic readings along with cards. I use oracle and I use trinkets to get confirmation and some additional information for people. All you need to do is write me here. It's funny, I created this little notepad thing that I'm going to show you. I really need to type it up in much better form, but you can go to Facebook for more information. I'm sorry, the dogs are going to bark again. Hey, that's enough. It's okay. Violet Sage, Jade Joyce McGeehan on Facebook, or thevioletsage.com. Also, I have the Traveling Ministry and Mystics for the Open-Minded on Facebook, if you get Facebook. And we greatly appreciate donations because it does help us to continue to go, because it does cost to have some of these little filters and everything that I have on here. All right, now we're going to consult the fairy deck. What else I need to know? Hello, my little man. All right, Spirit. Clear these cards of all previous people's energies and vibrations. Now she plays energies and vibrations of all the onlookers today and this week. The Traveling Ministries and Mystics, the Violet Sage, and on YouTube here. What is it to best help them? What information can they use right now to best help them, especially for this week during the full moon, the full Scorpio moon? Okay, now don't forget, we are purging. This is a purging, like The Purge, the movie, if you ever seen that. Okay, we have a dietary change. So, okay. Improve your diet and your life will also improve. So everybody's been stuck home, probably drinking and eating all the things that they shouldn't be. Boredom sets in, maybe not getting enough exercise. So you need to correct all this so your mind and body can be in fit form to help you to manifest what it is that you would like to bring into your life. Oh, you like the background? Thank you. That's so nice. You subscribed. Awesome. Thank you, Dedmir. So dietary change, that's what you drink, what you eat. And the spirit is telling me to go one step further with that. They're saying is also what you're putting into your mind and your heart, how you are observing and socializing. Don't take this whole world so personally, they're telling me. This is just, but wow, I don't know what that's about. They're saying something about a fatal change. So don't be too drastic. Make sure you're hanging in there because things are coming. Things are going to get better. The light workers have been heavy at it. Although it's like we have to dive in through adversity first. It's even when you get sick, you usually have to get really sick before your body turns around and is able to burn it off and you get better. It's kind of like the same thing with what's going on in life right now. So the dietary change, what you're feeding yourself, what kind of garbage are you feeding yourself mentally, physically? So don't take on just because people are frustrated around you. Don't take it personally. They're just dealing with their own thing. Send them off with a little blessing and send them on their way. Okay. Then we have easy does it. Easy does it. Uh-huh. Come on. Focus. I'm telling you, I need a different camera. Okay. Stop trying so hard. I'm going to get this camera to focus. Yeah, there you go. Stop trying so hard to control everything, and all the doors will open for you. So, don't get hard on yourself either. Well, dear Scorpio, it's that we are in a Scorpio full moon tonight, and today, actually. And this is all under Scorpio, but not just for Scorpio. So this is for everyone that's looking on right now. And it's interesting how it pulls in the people that need to see these messages. So this is an all-around message during the Scorpio moon. So right now, people may have been saying, well, you know what? I'm depressed because nothing's going to work. I'm going to fail. I'm not going to be able to pay my rent or my car payments, blah, 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 blah. But you will. Things are going to happen exactly how they should. Yes, it looks a little bleak right now, but there are things that are going to be being put in place that are going to assist you later on. So keep up the good work, keep the faith, and maybe you didn't look in the right place. There is some research that some of you have to do, and I'm getting that message as well. Some stones you haven't looked under yet for the assistance that you need, because it feels like there's assistance there, but unfortunately, you're going to probably have to do a little bit of footwork yourself. Everything's not just going to drop in your lap. You are going to have to pick up the phone, look on the internet, pick up the newspaper, do whatever it is that you have to do. If you do the research, you're going to find what it is that you need right now. Okay, so I leave that all with you. And I am going to show you now that our charcoal is almost lit and almost burned out. I'm going to show you how other things work on this charcoal. Okay, so I'm going to take a piece of sage here and just drop a little piece of sage in there. You're going to see how that's going to burn up too. Everything, you can use this charcoal briquette for anything you want to put on there. And then I'm going to put a little bit of oil. Again. Wrong door, sweetie. This. All right. And so you can even do a drop of oil, and that will smoke as well. So these little briquettes are really, they come in handy. They do everything. So, good smell. So, whew. Yeah, that should get my smoke alarm going. All right, cancel, cancel, cancel. So anytime you say something that you really don't want to see manifest or come into being, say that cancel, cancel, cancel thing. That will help to move it up and out of the way. And then replace it with something positive that you would like to really see come into being. All right, so happy manifesting, everyone, and happy Scorpio moon. And I hope that you're doing very well as far as manifesting all the wonderful things you would like to bring into your life and doing the purge of the things that you no longer wish to have in your life. And don't forget, if you ever see black tea light candles anywhere, you better buy them and stock up on them, because every week the moon goes into another cycle. So it's going to wane, and now after tonight, it's going to start emptying out. And then it'll be like a quarter moon or a half a moon in another week. And then you'll see it slimming out to nothing. And then you got the new moon where there's no moon at all, and it's starting to fill back up again. From the new moon to the full moon is when you can light white candles or whatever candle is good, proper for that moon. And that is when you're going to focus on the things that you would like to bring into your life. And from this full moon, like starting tomorrow, you can start focusing on what you would like to get rid of, whether it's bad habits, people, jobs, vehicles, way of thinking, anything that's held you back. So I leave that with you, and thank you, Night Reader. And hopefully you will be able to get on the road to happiness really soon. Keep the faith, people. Things are working in our favor, but it's really hard to see with all the craziness going on out there and everybody's interpretation of everything. So I'm just saying, hang tight, hang in there. I'm asking if you would all please subscribe, hit the bell, make sure you turn on the notifications so you know when I'm on, because I do readings as well. I pull cards. I do this at least once a week on Sundays. I may be doing it more, just like I did today. Anytime I find a reason to come online and share something with you, I will. If you're on Facebook, join me, like me on Facebook. It's The Violet Sage, Jade, Joyce McGeehan, or you can go to Traveling Ministry and Mystics for the Open-Minded. And if you would like to donate, you like what you see, and you like to help me keep plugging away and doing my thing here to keep processing and giving things to all of you, please go to thevioletSage@AOL.com. That is my PayPal account. I'm working right now on getting Google Pay up and ready. This is my business card. If you'd like to contact me for a private reading, healing, I do personalized manifestations. I do all sorts of things. So this is my information. You can contact me at thevioletSage@gmail.com. But whenever you contact me, make sure you put reading in the subject line. Sorry. Even if it's for some other spiritual thing or shopping in my store or whatever you'd like to do, that will just help me find you, because I get so much junk mail every day. I get at least 40 junk mails a day. It's really hard to separate the good mail from the bad mail. That will help me if you choose to write me on AOL.com. So I'm going to say namaste, blessings to you all. And thank you so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. And again, if you'd like to make any donations and you have PayPal right now, or if you'd like to contact me and you want to donate another way because you don't have the ability to donate through PayPal, please let me know. And anytime I'm online, I do offer the 10 for 10, 10 minutes for $10. Which is like unheard of, but I do that for people. And once in a while, I'll do that free card pull. So I'll do a card for people. But when I do a personalized reading for you, it will cover my mediumship and whatever else that I do, my psychic part of me, not just cards. Oh, that's right. I did not pull a trinket, but I think we're going to have to leave that for next time, since I've already pretty much ended this right now. All right. Much love and light to you all. Happy manifesting. Don't forget to take advantage of the full moon tonight. And if you want to purge some stuff, this is a perfect moon for it. And every day after, for about the next 2 weeks, you can empty out and purge what you no longer want in your life. Thank you. Have a wonderful Scorpio moon. Bye-bye.